¿Qué tal amigos y amigas, amantes de los videojuegos? Sean todos y todas bienvenidos y bienvenidas a un sábado más de Metagames, en el que continuaremos con nuestro modo carrera como quarterbacks de los bengalíes de Cincinnati en Madden NFL 19. Para cualquier comentario ya saben que estamos aquí con muchísimo gusto en X @metagames7 o en Instagram @meta-games-16 para lo que gusten. Sin nada más que agregar, ¡que ruede el gameplay!
The first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The numbers for Mixon last week, 16 carries, 109 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Back to throw. And able to find Green. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
A handoff to Mixon, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Oh, he stays up. Able to push his way through. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, and that play was pretty well doomed right from the start. The pressure was really affecting him. Collapsed everything in the pocket. He had to move around, try to get it downfield. Incomplete.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here's a give to Mixon. Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll drop to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
They'll set up a throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. Left side, Brandon LaFell. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, boys, got 4. 4 down. All right, here we go. Green 39.
Back to throw here.
outside, caught by Green. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for the Bengals. 61 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. Partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. It's their quarterback with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense...
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Noah Spence. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll throw now on the final play. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A very solid gain of 27.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the run, it's Mixon. Noah Spence in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. And Eifert has it. And he's taken down inside the 30. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Mixon with a first down carry. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Gerald McCoy able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Looking for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now the Bengals on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is third down and 12.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On play action, they'll throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Chris Conti right there to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Gerald McCoy in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going for the deep ball. He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for Cincinnati. 59 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. It's Mixon on the counter, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Again, it's Mixon. Stays on his feet. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Kendall Beckwith on the stop.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Mixon. And just shutting him off there. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Everyone's got 4 down. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to...
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run with Mixon. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Chris Conti. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeout in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
3-19.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll set up to throw. He may try and run for this. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Now let's go. 3-19.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Hey, 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 hey. 4 down. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! 53's the mic. 53's the mic.
Now back to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's Mixon. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got... Mixon. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Cincinnati,
Start your week by installing your game plan. Start your week by installing your game plan.
Y bueno amigos, así hemos llegado al final de una semana más aquí en Metagames. Espero que les haya gustado este gameplay en Madden NFL 19. Si pudieran apoyarme con un comentario, un like, compartiendo con todos sus amigos, ya sea un video en específico o el canal en general, se los agradecería de todo corazón. Aquí están nuestras redes sociales, @metagames7 en X o @meta-games-16 en Instagram. Y solamente para despedirme, los quiero invitar a todos y a todas a mi otro canal de YouTube sobre deportes, Ortega Sports. Ortega Sports en YouTube, @Ortega Sports 16 en X o @Ortega-Sports en Instagram. En este canal encontrarán resultados, noticias, transferencias, previas y postpartidos de las ligas más importantes en el mundo. En cuanto a fútbol, NFL, NBA, MLB, PGA Tour, tenis de la ATP y WTA, así como eventos internacionales, como lo son Juegos Olímpicos y Mundiales de Fútbol. Saludos, cuídense y hasta la próxima aquí en Metagames. ¡Que venga la música!